That's right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psychos Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. But when it's nighttime, it's decaf, ladies and gentlemen. Decaf. So I don't know if anybody else has got shows going on tonight or not, but I thought we'd, I don't know, maybe have a short show. I'm thinking an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes at the most, if anybody shows up here. I right off the bat, I want to dedicate this episode to my newest arrival on the grandchild scene. 6 a.m. this morning, courtesy of a C-section. Thomas Alexander. Yes, Thomas Alexander has been born into this crazy world, healthy, and he snores already. I heard the video. I'm like, oh boy. So that is the good news. So let's see. Please keep in your prayers Shani Annie, my girlfriend. She is having to go through physical rehab, and there might be more to it than that, but I'm not going to elaborate on that at the moment. And also my friend, my compadre, Doug Fields, who has his own channel on YouTube called the Vinyl Grotto Radio Show. It's also on Facebook. He had a major health scare this afternoon, and he is at least home after hours in the hospital, and hopefully on his way to recovery on that one. Also, my tests came back, and they did find something in the colonoscopy, but it turned out after 3 days that it was benign. So yay on that, right? Right. Next up, I've got my stupid knee. I got to get that dealt with tomorrow. And next week, I get to go see a neurologist. That is for the moment, the last of the doctor's appointments. Ha ha ha. We shall see about that. So, like I said, I don't know if there's any major broadcast going on a Wednesday night here at 9:16 Central Standard Time. I'm glad to have the three people here. I never know when exactly to try to be able to do these shows, to be honest with you. But I try to do the best I can in the time slots that I have. That's all there is to it. But, oh boy. So let's see here. Rest in peace to Jerry Allison. That's right, Jerry Allison, member of Buddy Holly and the Crickets. He passed away this week. And also say prayers to John I cannot talk today. Farnham, who Australian solo singer, and he also sang with Little River Band. He had surgery. I found that out shortly before I came on here. So everybody, please, in your prayers, that would be most grateful. I will say that right now. So let's see. I do happen to have some finds that I'll show here, but I do have more. It's just that I just really haven't gotten to go through them yet. But maybe for my next episode, I will show you what could possibly be my best find vinyl-wise of the summer. But like I said, that'll be next time. I happen to have a bunch of stuff here, but let me tell you a story that just got me. Okay, this happened about 2 weeks ago. I'm in a mid-central Missouri town, going through the antique malls and the flea market-y type stuff, right? So I haven't been in this place in a very long time, or at least I'd say close to 6 months. Okay. So I'm in there and I'm going, this thing is more long than it is wide, right? So I'm going way back there. And I came across this big plastic tote full of 78 books. So books that hold 78s, right? Right. So I go through the first couple, and it's pedestrian 30s pop. Okay. Now, I'd say maybe, I'm not kidding you, there was probably at least about maybe 40 books of 78s in this tote. It was big. So I get through the third tote, and right in the middle of the book, I see this beautiful, shiny blue King label, right? And I'm going, oh, what is this? And saw Bull Moose Jackson. Now, I don't know if any of you guys know who Bull Moose Jackson is. He was a big 30s, 20s, 30s, maybe 40s for blues, okay? On Aerosmith's album Toys in the Attic, excellent album, by the way, they cover one of Bull Moose's songs. And of course, that would be Big 10-inch, which I remember hearing Aerosmith's version when I was a kid. And I'm going, Big 10-inch record, do. So I thought that, oh boy, what is this? What nonsense? Oh, Jesus. Just goes to show you I'm a nice guy, but I can't read the rest of it. But it looks like it says, so ladies and gentlemen, the most hated person, at least in Pennsylvania.
Hello.
In the VC, and the most hated person in the VC award goes to...
That's me.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to have an envelope. Son of a bitch. Hang on. It goes to... Oh, wait a minute. We got... Damn it. I got to do this over again. With the nominees for the most hated person in the VC. Pre-code. Psycho's Platters. And Richard Dolan.
I win every time.
The winner is...
I win every time.
Richard Dolan. Hey, Walrus.
They're over there, probably. They're probably over there talking about me somewhere.
Who's they?
Oh, never mind.
Who's got a show going?
Oh, nobody. Actually, I don't think anybody has a show going on right now.
Oh, good.
And then you asked me for your help. I'm really mad.
Uh-oh. Is Mommy pissed at you?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Richard's mom, how are you? And would you care to tell us why you're angry at him?
Yeah, because I just needed a half an hour to charge my phone, and you went on the stream. You couldn't wait a half an hour.
I forgot, okay?
Richard, you rude fuck. How dare you do that to your mother? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forgot, okay, Paul? Well, I'm the most hated person in the VC. I have to be rude, don't I?
And by his mom.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you, I only have a face of not even a mother could love. Oh, no respect.
Yeah.
So let me finish this story. So I see the Bull Moose Jackson 78, right? So I go back up to the counter and I go off and I said, hey, there's this plastic tote full of 78s. How much are they each? And the lady goes off and says they're not for sale. And I'm like, then why the hell are they there? He goes, actually, they go with the Victrola. I'm going, son of a bitch. I don't need a Victrola. So I gave up looking at the rest of the books. That's how mad I was. So
Why
I
would
take,
you want that crap? Victrola's a piece of shit, isn't it?
Richard, if you would have just waited a second, you would hear the rest. So the thing is that I go look at the tag and it said $500 and it was crossed out. I don't need a Victrola, Richard. I don't want a Victrola, Richard. I wanted to see what the rest of those 78s were, because if I found and it looked near minty, and I mean, let's face it, for 1930s, 78s to look near minty, Richard, that are
30.
blues. I mean, I know damn well there must have been a mother lode. Maybe a prospective mother lode in there. So I'm like, so I didn't find anything there, but I did find some things. And before I get to that, though, I cannot honestly remember. So I'm sorry, because my noggin is a little screwy. This goes back to a couple weeks ago. And when I saw David Kirshner from The Office and Anchorman and all those other ones, so I can't remember if I showed what I got him to sign. So I'm just going to go tear through this really quick so I can put this stuff away later. But I'm going to make myself big for a second. But so let's see here. So I got him to sign Anchorman. I love Anchorman. Anchorman was a damn good movie.
I've never seen it in there.
Thank You for Smoking, which is another interesting movie.
That was stupid.
Talladega Nights.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, he was in that one. Get Smart. He was in that.
Yeah.
And in Semi-Pro. And
Woody Harrelson.
And also Cheap Thrills, which was an excellent movie from 2013. I highly recommend everybody to watch, because I think you guys would enjoy it immensely. So let's see here. I ended up, how do I want to do this? Like I said, I've got a big vinyl find haul, but we're going to wait till next episode for this. But I do have a little bit I want to show, which actually ends off pretty interesting. Oh, and another DVD I picked up literally for $1, 30th anniversary tour live, George Thorogood and the Destroyers. Yes.
I was never into George Thorogood.
Well, why? He was bad to the bone. So I ended up finding a bunch of 45s, buck a piece, near minty, really clean stuff. Del Wood normally is into country, but in this case, on Republic, the Jersey Bounce. This is all 50s stuff. Whenever I come across David Seville,
don't play him on that Victrola now, Paul.
I don't have a Victrola. I don't ever want a Victrola. So if I ever come across David Seville stuff, what most likely are you going to see it as? Chipmunks, right? Well, guess what? I don't get that stuff. But what's really weird is that this one here is not Chipmunks. It is Camel Rock. It is the music of David Seville, along with Gotta Get to Your House. So I'm kind of curious to see about that. We also happen to have a very cool little rockabilly tinged 45 here from the Davis sisters, 1963. Skeeter Davis, of course, being one of those Davis sisters who would end up having bigger and better things, but Rockabye Boogie from 53. And lastly, a very cool 45. My buddy, Doug Fields, who I just said had a health scare today, he's the one that got me turned on to this guy, and he didn't do very much material. He was a DJ, but he also was on the original Tonight Show. I'm talking about with Steve Allen. So that is pre-Johnny Carson. But this guy, really, really cool. His name, why, it's Jazzbo. It's Al Jazzbo Collins with Little Red Riding Hood and Three Little Pigs. Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, what the hell? But this is done. The stories are done in, this is 1953. So imagine 1953 jazz slang.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It is funny, and I love it, and it was great. Oh, okay. So Thorogood played here tonight with Sammy Hagar. See, I would have loved. That's funny. I'm wearing my Sammy Hagar. I would love to.
Yeah, I would like to see Sammy Hagar. I'm not a Thorogood fan, but I would like to see Sammy.
Well, look who showed up. See, you know what? You were in the nomination for the most.
I think. Well, actually, Mike, you said that you're not in the VC, so I was gonna say.
That's
I was gonna say, Mike, I think it's a tie between you and me, but you've said before you're not in the VC and you don't want to be.
So that's the 45s, and then I found two cool albums. Now, everybody knows how much I like 50s stuff. I mean, I just showed some 50s stuff here, but I've never come across. I would love to find an original press of his. I think he only did one album while he was alive on Liberty. So to find this from 60, I think it was late 60, Eddie Cochran, 12 of his biggest hits. That's right.
Oh.
Yes. It's not in the best of shape, but it is playable. And I'm telling you, I'm glad to have this in the collection. It basically has everything. Come On, Everybody, Three Steps to Heaven, Cut Across Shorty. And then, of course, he does do some covers like Have I Told You Lately That I Love You, Hallelujah, I Love Her Soul. So Summertime Blues, Something Else. Just a lot of good stuff on here. A lot of good stuff. So let's see. No, there are many people that do like me. I'm only hated by a few who don't know me. You don't know me. So
I'm hated by everyone. Everyone hates Richard.
And then this one I'm going to show. I couldn't believe I found it because a certain recently departed individual, when I had him on one of my episodes, this is one of the albums that he suggested. Okay, and he had a copy of this, and then I found this. So thank you, Kevin. Thanks, Beans, because I found this damn thing. I could not believe that I found it for $7. I wonder. Hang on a minute. Oh, it is a gatefold. Okay. Ian Matthews, Valley High from 1973. Now, of course, Ian Matthews from Matthews Southern Comfort.
I've never heard of Matthews Southern Comfort or Dave. Wait, Dave Matthews? You mean from Dave Matthews Band?
No, this is Ian Matthews. Now, they had a hit called Woodstock. That was the name of the track. Ian Matthews, and the reason why that I was looking for this is from 1973, and it is in beautiful shape. I'll show you here.
If Beans liked it, I probably like it because me and Beans liked a lot of
the good old Butterfly Electra. Although technically, it was.
Want me to sign out?
No, I'm going to bed. Don't ask me to speak.
Oh, technically, it was a side project from Countryside Records in cooperation with Elektra. You see, because let's see. Hang on a minute. I had a couple of very nice conversations with Beans this year, and yet there are people who insist that he hated me. They can't speak for him, and of course, I can't. They are liars. Liar, liar, liar. Do, do, do. You know how he got that? He was singing into a toilet bowl. True story. That's how he got that sound for the record. Mrs. Dolan, how are you, ma'am? So here, 1973 on Butterfly Electra. Okay. So you're right. If Beans produced by Mike Nesmith, that's why. Okay. This album produced by Mike Nesmith. Mike Nesmith on guitar. I am told he's all over this damn album, along with his compadre Red Rhodes, Mr. Pedal Steel Extraordinaire, and also member of his First National Band.
Oh, Nez is on that too.
Nez is on this too. So this is 1973. Ian Matthews. Valley.
Damn, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, listen to some of it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
If Beans liked it, I have a good feeling about it. And I love
yeah, I mean, he recommended this. He's like, you're gonna love it. So tomorrow I've got a little bit of time, and I'm gonna play the whole thing, and I'm just gonna sit there with my coffee, and I'm gonna listen to this and probably enjoy it very, very much. Let's see, Richard. I also got cheap CD finds. That's right. Cheap CD finds. It's not all about vinyl here on Psycho's Platters, even though I really do love my vinyl, especially if it's cheap, because I am frugal.
I wish I was frugal. I'm not. I spend a bunch of. I don't want money. I don't want albums unless they're like mint pristine condition or sealed.
I am frugal psycho, not to be confused with frugal gourmet. And we knew what happened to frugal gourmet. Look it up. So, all right. So all of these CDs that I found, and I found these in two different places, all range from 50 cents to no more than $2.
Wow.
So I'm going to make myself big again. Yes, I like cheap, but free is my favorite price. I've gotten free stuff before. I have. It's rare, but I have.
I got stuff, and people think all I do is beg for it, but
double disc Traffic Gold. So pretty much all your good Traffic stuff on here.
I never got into Traffic.
Well, there's an outtake from the Magical Mystery Tour film. Traffic was actually supposed to be in it with Paper Sun. That was going to be in the track for there. The best of Eric Burdon and the Animals, 1966 to 68. Now, do you know who was in the 67-68 lineup of the Animals, sir? He was on 2 albums.
68 lineup, I don't know.
A guitarist by the name of Andy Summers, who, of course, would end up in The Police. That's right.
Cool.
He got his start there. Al Stewart's Greatest Hits. And I like that this was a special cover. They took the Year of the Cat and then just changed the artwork a little bit. I always loved Al Stewart. I got to meet Al Stewart.
I like Al.
About a little over 15 years ago. One thing leads to another. The Fix's Greatest Hit.
Don't know the Fix.
From 2001, on a little label called Navarre, which Navarre, of course, would die. Why, Richard, would Navarre die? They didn't put too many things out. Anyone out there? Anyone wanna guess as to how Navarre, that label, died?
They put a Tiny Tim record out.
Beach Boys' Summer in Paradise was released.
Oh my God! There you go.
But we have Peter Cetera instead from 2001.
Somewhere in Paris.
Who
Where's
is-
Mason at now? I gotta have Mason up here.
Yeah, see, that's funny though. He hasn't shown up. Yes, you would like him. Traffic is a really good band. Got that one. Hey, Fox.
Hey, Fox
Fox.
guy, I don't think I know you.
He's a good guy. He's been on here a couple times. John Barleycorn is an excellent Traffic album. And no, I don't have the Pakistan internet that's in the deluxe package, but I have been able to get away from Ukraine. Currently, right now, it is Cylonian internet. That's from Cylon, which is near. It's not to be confused with Battlestar Galactica.
Summer in Paradise has to be like the worst album I ever heard in my life.
And I happen to have that on CD too. I found it dirt cheap, and it's actually one of the more tougher ones to find. I think I paid $5.99, which is probably $5.98 too much. Tears for Fears greatest hits, and then of course you can. Richard, you ought to know. You probably have. Oh boy, here we go. You've probably played this song while you were doing the stroke. That's right, absolutely. It's Billy Squire.
Oh,
Hang on, I have more, but hang on a minute. We got to answer my viewer mail. Any interest in Dr. John's upcoming posthumous release on Tony's? Did not know there was one. Now I'm going to have to look into that. Walrus, thank you. I may have to figure that out. And yes, that is correct. That is the spelling Cylon. Oh,
really?
55. Damn, that's a lot. Boy, that makes me old, though. I'm going to be 55 next month. Jeez. Okay, that was part one. Hang on a minute, because the good stuff
I expect that from Sporting, but not from you.
Now, like I said, a lot of this is 50 cents, all right? I'm not a Dave Matthews fan, but if you think I'm going to leave the double live tracks from St. Louis, Minty, 50 cents. I can do stuff with this. I'll trade it. I'll get rid of some things. You were 14, Mike. Oh boy. All right, the big beat of Dave Bartholomew, 20 of his milestone New Orleans productions, 1949 to 60 on the Crescent City of Soul offshoot label. Richard, who is Dave Bartholomew? What is he known for?
How should I know?
In 50s rock and roll. Anybody out there? The five.
I've never heard of Dave Bartholomew. I've heard of Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Buddy Holly, Fats Domino. I've never heard of Dave.
You just said it.
Fats Domino.
Very good. Dave Bartholomew was a musical compadre of Fats Domino. He co-wrote a lot of different. That is right, Walrus, the Fat Man. My dad died exactly 3 days before Brian Epstein did. Oh boy. But on this here one, on this comp, you get Chris Kenner, you get Smiley Lewis, as Dave Edmonds would. And I Hear You Knocking, Smiley Lewis. Dave had his own stuff. Fats here shows up for I Hear You Knocking. You've got the Bees, the Spiders, very cool band there. I've got a couple originals, Imperial 45s of the Spiders, Shirley and Lee, but no, it's not Let the Good Times Roll. This is something else. Very good stuff. Very good stuff here. 50 cents. Can't screw that up. Here's one. Now we go into a Pat Benatar vein. I like Pat Benatar, you know. I really, really do. Is Professor Longhair on that? He's asking me. Well, to be honest with you, like I said, all I am seeing is Chris Kenner, Dave Bartholomew, Smiley Lewis, Bobby Mitchell, Fats Domino, the Bees, the Spiders, Shirley and Lee, Jewel King, Archibald, and Tommy Ridgely. That's everybody that's on there. Some have multiple tracks. Okay. Professor Longhair, I know who that is. And if I also remember correctly, if I'm wrong, somebody put this in the comments. Professor Longhair happens to have ties to a beetle. Anybody care to figure out what that tie is?
I don't know who Professor Longhair is.
1975, we're talking. 1975.
1975. So let's see. 75. That would have been. No, I don't think Paul did anything in 75. That was a year before
Are
Venus.
you sure?
That was a year before. That was a year before Venus and Mars. And Wigs Over America.
Okay, here we go. So, 1975, Venus and Mars was already done, but it was not released.
Yeah.
They had the party. Very good. It was recorded in New Orleans, Mike. That's right. And so if I remember correctly, it was the Queen Mary was docked in New Orleans.
Yeah, I didn't even know Venus and Mars was recorded in New Orleans.
Yep. And Paul had a nice party. He had a nice big party on the Queen Mary. Who happened to be there? George was there. We see pictured proof. George was there. Mickey Dolenz and Davy Jones are there at the party. See, you have half the monkeys are there at the party. But who's playing a concert, a short little concert for the guests but Professor Longhair? See what I did? That's how we got this all around. So yes, Professor Longhair performed on the Queen Mary at the, whatever you want to call, the pre-release party of Venus and Mars. And if I remember correctly, also the Meters did a show there also. Mike says, Rich, listen to the opening of Listen to What the Man Said. Paul says something like, all right, okay, very good to be here down in New Orleans. Well,
I never heard him say that. I heard the all right, okay part. And then I've never heard him say something about New Orleans. I'll have to listen. Call it. Because it's very quiet.
The song Tipatina. Tipatina. I'm assuming you're talking about Professor Longhair. I will have to.
Oh, yeah, now I remember that. I think McCartney said that was like one of.
Yeah, see, here he goes. It's a good song, and I like it when he plays it with the Meters. Yes, very good. See, I just okay. Awesome. JJ, how are you?
Hi, JJ.
And so that, and remember though, ladies and gentlemen, we were very, very close at that time. In an alternate universe, John Lennon would not have gone to the Dakota in 75. He would have gone and seen his buddy Paul just to see if they could have wrote a song for Venus and Mars. But of course, that didn't happen. So,
where's they played together on Saturday Night Live?
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, tired and $200 poorer. My daughter lost the keys to our car. Oh shit.
Oh, that's not
ouch. Good. Damn. So then, like I said, I found some Pat Benatar stuff. Some that you're normally not used to hearing because everybody knows, songs like Shadows of the Night, Hit Me With a Wet Sock, that kind of stuff. But this was when she tried to be a torch singer, so to speak. It was one of the last albums she did on Chrysalis, True Love. And then this one here, CMC International in the mid-90s, they tried. Okay, they tried.
He was around in the 90s?
Yeah, in Immorta. In Immorta was like one of the very few 90s releases she did. But like I said, finding this, 50 cents, couldn't screw that up. And they're all minty. Nothing wrong with them, too. Just like this Pat Benatar box set, all fired up. Yes, nice 2-discer, $1 hair. Could not pass that up for the life of me. Let's see here. Paul, thoughts on difficulty returning Van Halen 1 bad pressing to Walmart? I have heard some have had trouble. Advice. You know, I'm going to tell you the honest truth, JJ, okay? I haven't bought any Walmart pressings of anything. I've been tempted once or twice, but I have not bought any. I just, you know, I will say this. Make sure you have the receipt when you return it, okay? If you don't have the receipt, you're screwed, because here's how it works. I found this out because my kid had an item he purchased in electronics. And if you do not, this is something now that's, I guess, getting started around all the Walmarts. If you do not have a receipt for any items purchased in electronics, tough cookies. You're stuck with it. Seriously, that I guess went into effect at least a few months ago. I didn't know.
The only vinyl I ever bought from Walmart was the McCartney 3 green vinyl. That was the only vinyl I ever bought from Walmart.
They do. I've had to play a lock. Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
So are you going to buy? Are you going to buy any of the Thriller 40 stuff, Paul?
No.
You should.
Is there anything extra?
Actually, I'm not even excited about it.
I bet you there's nothing extra. I mean, the only thing they probably could have that's extra
and a bonus CD with bonus track demos.
I'm guessing there can't be much. I bet you if anything, it would be a concert, like an 82, 83 concert from that tour.
Yeah.
I'm not that excited about it. So let's see.
I'm not either.
JJ says, thanks, Mike. There is a pop in Jamie's Crying that I and many others have on our records. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Hi, Paul. Are you buying more CDs than vinyl? I asked due to the obvious high prices of vinyl at my local stores. It seems like they are forcing folks to go to the cheaper route for CDs. Thoughts? Well, I'm going to tell you something, truthfully, okay? Once again, I'm frugal. I'm a cheap ass. I just cannot see plunking down anywhere from 25 to, well, depending on if you're going on multi-disc sets, I've seen things for $60, $70. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it, okay? And
yeah, but if you like everything
are the cheaper route, okay? And so I do it by choice, I guess. I do it by choice, but I guess I could say my wallet speaks for me too, if you get my drift. So I try to do the best I can with what I've got.
See, those are the kind of things I like the $60, $70 multi-disc ones. But like I said, I'm not frugal at all. I like to spend the money and get the.
You mean like this? You mean like this double disc? Joe Walsh, look what I did for $1. And the other fun thing about these box sets, of course, they'll go off and do bonus tracks. Now there isn't too much. There's extended. I think there's an extended version of The Bomber, which I really like that track. And then I forgot that in '93, Joe Walsh and Glenn Frey, because you don't have the Eagles back together yet, but Joe and Glenn did a tour together. And so they actually do a version of Ordinary Average Guy, which I love that damn song.
So do I.
I think my favorite part of that is Pick Up the Dog to Hope That It's Hard. That shouldn't be my favorite, but it's okay. The Ultra Zone from Steve Vai. Look at this cover. How trippy. How trippy for Vi, right? I'm telling you. Fun stuff here. Fun stuff. 50 cents. I can't. Here's one. This one's from 94. Live from Chicago's House of Blues, which to my knowledge is still there too. I used to go buy this thing all the time. Blues Brothers and Friends. Now, of course, it's Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, all right? But in 94, you had Lonnie Brooks. You had Sam Moore from Sam and Dave. You had a handful of other people on here. Lonnie Mack. Good stuff. Good stuff. Here's a nice $2 one. This one here is 3 discs for $2. Jeff Beck's Beckology. That's right. With the book. Nice, big, thick book here. Let's see if I could show a picture. Well, here's a nice little one here. Yeah, Jeff Beck. Yeah, just some montage. But there's a couple unreleased things on here too, and for $2, near minty. Actually, excuse me, minty. So couldn't pass that up. And then, oh, hang on a minute. So JJ says, my buddy and I talked to Warren Haynes, from Government Mule, outside the Chicago House of Blues for 30 minutes while he waited for a limo to take him 2 blocks to the Chicago Theater. 30 minutes for a limo? I mean, I know it's Chicago, but shit, you got a good quality conversation out of that, didn't you? And then lastly, did he leave me? He must have left me. I'm sorry. I didn't even know that he. Oh, wait a minute. Is he trying? What did you do there, Richard? Did you fall off? Did you not pay your internet bill? Did Mom get mad? What happened?
No, a wanker texted me, and I was seeing what they said.
And then this one here. I paid $1 for this, but I almost forgot about this format. This is from 2002, Santana's Shaman album. Okay, so not Supernatural. This is the Shaman album, but it is on DVD audio, which back then, unfortunately, you could only play this in a DVD player. You couldn't play this in your CD player. Now, you could play this in your computer, your laptop, whatever. It would show up if you've got DVD function. But this format didn't last very long. It's kind of goofy. I mean, a little bit. The case is all scratched up on the front, but so what? I just didn't even know, I've never seen,
Hey, Mike, did you watch Invincible Ray today? I haven't seen it. This new thing yet.
But that's it for those finds anyway, guys. But yeah, so you can find cheap stuff out there.
I like when he was making fun of Beetle Fest. I thought that was funny when he was making fun of Beetle Fest.
Let's see. I just get upset with Richard when he won't test new. Damn it. Why haven't you tested any new cereals, especially that new chocolate broccoli crunch cereal?
Tell me a good new cereal to test to try, and I'll do it.
Yes, I'm on the free version, Flip. I am on the free version of StreamYard.
JJ, what do you want me to try?
I'm a cheap ass.
JJ, what do you want me to try? Tell me and I'll try it.
The new Buffalo Piss Pepsi. Look, even JJ did Peeps, for God's sakes. The most unholiest thing to come out of Easter time. Peeps are made from the devil.
I love Peeps.
I'm surprised Mike hasn't even told us this yet. Even I know that Peeps are made from the devil. Mm-hmm.
I love Peeps.
Of course you do. And after Easter, they make great insulation in houses.
Oh, they're great.
Cinnamon frosted flakes, Richard. Oh, he's gone now. The cinnamon frosted flakes killed him. Were they even around 50 years ago? Come on. I don't even think they were. I think so until he comes back on. Let's see. I did get a couple cheap books. How about I show you that too? So I wish this was signed, but it's not. Johnny Lee, Looking for Love in all the wrong places. I hated Urban Cowboy. Soundtrack's good, but the movie sucks. But I found this for $1. I also found anybody New York Giants fans out there. I'm talking about football here, okay? Football. I happen to have My Life in Pro Football, New York Sleeping Giant, Frank Yuso, told to his son. Signed even. Yes. Frank Yuso. Interesting trivia note about Frank Yuso. He started out as a Giant in 1958, but in the 1961 Minnesota Vikings draft, the expansion draft, Frank was the first player in the first round for the Vikings, and he would end up going to the Vikings for a couple seasons, but finishing off with the Raiders. And then lastly, this to me is awesome. Okay. So before I show this book, does anybody know who Carol Spinney is? I'll wait a second or two. Carol Spinney, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get some more coffee. Oh, Mike. Jesus, Mike, you came up with that too fast. Mike got it correct. Carol Spinney was Big Bird. And this is a cool little story here, I think. It's not a happy ending, mind you, but it's a good story. I'm having knee troubles, guys. Tomorrow I get a steroid injection put into my damn kneecap. I have a bad feeling I'm close to a knee surgery replacement. Oh boy. Apple IIe, JJ. Okay. So Carol Spinney, 1960 to 1967, he started out as a puppeteer for the Boston version of the Bozo Show. So, yes. So he was the puppeteer, and I think he was even briefly seen. He did some kind of character on and off during those 7 years. So the Boston Bozo Show in 1960 to 67. Yes. I met Chicago Bozo in 75. Great people. Great people. So in 67, he bumps into this young upstart, named Jim Henson. And he's like, hey, I've got this idea for a television show and PBS and blah. So Carol, of course, ends up on Sesame Street from 1969 to 2017 as the voice of Big Bird. He's in the costume of Big Bird, and he also was the voice of Oscar the Grouch. that's funny. Oh, crusty. Now that's damn cool. How far did you get, JJ? Hopefully more than bucket number 1, because that would suck if it was only bucket number 1. So when I found out that this book from 2003, Carol Spinney, The Wisdom of Big Bird, right, for $1, I only paid. You got to the 3rd bucket. See, you got a couple prizes out of it. That's nice. So I said to my friend that was with me, wouldn't it be funny if this damn thing was I don't know who Joanne is. I kind of feel bad for Joanne, but I'm glad I got this in my little collection. The sad ending of everything is this, though. In 2017, and I know I'm going to get this wrong, he got a muscular disease, metopia. Damn, I'm not going to get this right. And that's why he had to retire. The last thing that he does is when the 50th anniversary Sesame Street special, he does the voice. That was his last thing. And then he passed away in December 2019. The name Bozo goes at least as far back as the 30s with the Marx Brothers. Says Bozo to somebody. Guys say Mr. Bozo to you. Okay, Mr. Bozo. Patrick, the vinyl archivist, is Bozo. Maybe. Who knows? Hello there, all the way from Denmark. Back at you, watcher. Oh boy, we're not going to start that. That's the book I have signed by like 6. See, exactly, right? That's what I'm talking about. So here's your little tip. Here's the tip from the Mighty Psycho for collecting, okay? And maybe you're not into celebrity stuff, okay? You don't have to be. But it only takes you 10, 15 seconds to see if a book's going to be autographed, okay? And if it's in decent shape, more power to you. Or like I said, with the New York Sleeping Giant. But you got to look into the first couple pages, okay? And you know what? Yes, I understand personalizations decrease the value, but so what? Especially if the person's no longer around. I mean, you keep it either for yourself or you can go and turn around and sell or trade. And that's all there is to it. I'll tell you one of the goofiest autographs that I came across. Unfortunately, this story is a couple of years old now. But if anybody watched the original Mickey Mouse Club, now we're talking about the 50s version of Mickey Mouse Club, all right? So I'm going through one of the antique malls that I normally go through, okay? And I come across, and when I do find it, because I still have it, but when I do find it, I'll show it to you guys. But for $2, I've found bunches of the copies of this record over the years, but never saw that he signed it on the back. Jimmy Dodd, the only adult on the 50s Mickey Mouse Club, okay? So Jimmy Dodd did a handful of Christian LPs in the late 1950s while he was on the Mickey Mouse Club, all right? So extra exposure there. This one was a kids album, though, right? I'm sorry. I'm reading here in the comments. Everybody half behave yourselves, okay? I'm not here to get any shit started. I'm actually trying to have a nice night. Thank you, though, to everybody, okay? I'm not angry at anybody. I'm just saying. So, So I found that album. It was a 1959 album signed by Jimmy Dodd in pen. All right. And I'm like, holy crap. Well, then I go take a little look, courtesy of Google, to discover that I guess that Jimmy lived in Hawaii for the last few years of his life. Okay. He passed away in 1964. So, and as far as I can tell, based on some of the other examples, it's real. And I just don't know. I mean, I know there's got to be somebody that's like collects Mickey Mouse Club stuff, and I would love to just pass that along, at a reasonable price to a fan. George Takei, that signed book would be actually very awesome. Yeah, Richard, you're always mad at everybody. Now go review chocolate cauliflower crunch cereal. Um, peanut butter pea praline. Pea is in the vegetable, not urine, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I would. Okay, Takei. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell I said. I'm tired. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Let's call the whole fucking thing off. So, so yeah, Jimmy Dodd, of all places. Okay, Mike. I don't give a shit right now. I'm tired and it's past 10 p.m. Past my nap. No, I'm just giving everybody shit. Yeah, I don't. The only books I have autographed from Star Trek people is Leonard Nimoy. I've got both of his. I got both of his signed. Is I'm not Spock and I am Spock. Paul is getting sensitive on me. Nah, I'm an old crabby fuck. That's what I am. Just an old crabby fuck that gets tired a lot more now. You guys know how this is in the 50 plus club. I'll be 55 in a couple weeks. Shit. I've been falling apart for quite some time, guys. It's just some people it's all right, Mike. Some people tend to be better at taking care of themselves than others. I'll admit I don't take care of myself like I should. I'm a fat ass. Mike, I'm not going to make it to 70. And I'm not saying that as negative. I just don't see it happening. I'll be lucky if I make it to 60. I would like to. I see the way this economy is going. My goal here is, to get maybe retired. I'll be leaving money on the table, but I think by age 63. I think I'll just be a stay-at-home grandpa for one of my kids, and I'll be all right with that. So I've got about 7.5 years left. Although saying that, my late wife, something about I'm supposed to go when I'm like a couple months before my 60th. Because of the survivor benefits. I don't know any of this junk. So, maybe I'll get a small stipend. There's a good Scrabble word, stipend. Yeah, sepsis. Ooh. I don't know. I miss being up in that area. Thank you. This is my double Spock. Back to you in Denmark. Seriously, because I have things to live for, guys. I do. I've got, like I said, my 8th grandchild was born this morning. I'm like, eight. That's crazy. 8. And possibly a 9th in April 2023. We hope. We're praying here. But I'm just like, see, I'll have a baseball team. I'll have a baseball team by April. I don't know. I'm just being silly. I like when you guys, you know what? I really appreciate the time when you guys can come and check this out. I really would like to be on here more. It's just, you know, as you guys know out there, life gets you. You know, you are, you. Oh my God. I remember, I remember that big ass egg. That was like the jump the shark moment for Mork and Mindy. Well, of course not. If you're going to keep drinking that mango Pepsi and eating the Dunkin' Donut caramel macchiato cereal, you got to start eating healthier like that. Trying to come up with something like the okra Cheerios. Oh God, okra. God no. Oh no. What's another horrible one? And that new lima bean golden grams. Oh, I almost foamed in my mouth on that. I give up. I like Jonathan Winters too. I'm trying to remember. It was in the 70s that I remember seeing Jonathan Winters, and for the life of me, I can't remember exactly where. But I remember him being on the Scooby-Doo cartoon. That's what I remember. Yeah, see. And I had to explain the other day to some of my coworkers what jump the shark meant because they didn't know. You know, that whole movie is just great. It is. It's like it really, really is. For 63, that was a great movie. I've probably seen it 3 times, which is probably not a lot, but I'll maybe, you know, I'll see it like once every couple of years, but I'm due to watch it again. It's under the big W. Wow. See, I'll tell you, I think the only films that I have seen 20 or more times, and I know this is going to sound really goofy, but so far it's tied at the amount of 26 apiece. The original Star Wars and The Exorcist. I know, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. And I know that, well, you know what? Mike, I've probably only seen that Monkeys movie 3 times, and I'm due to watch it again. It's free on Crackle. Anybody's got Crackle right now for a channel, heads on there. You can go watch it without having to thumb for a DVD. I do need to. I need to get a DVD copy though of Head. I wish I could get the. I don't know. I can't afford that Monkey Blu-ray set. Somebody on Facebook in one of the Monkey groups had it for $350. I'm like, I just can't do it. And like I remember talking to Beans about this. I said, really, the only thing that I really want to see, I mean, I do want to see the, you know, Head and Blu-ray, but you can see that, I guess, if you've got the BBS box set, you know. But the only reason why I want is for the bonus disc. That last disc with all the outtakes. That's the only reason why I really want the box set. I mean, seriously. But saw Exorcist 3 times back in the 70s, but I would never watch it or own it now. I'll tell you something, Mike. I think I watched it 6 or 7 times, right? But didn't until I found the unedited. I tripped on it, I think, on HBO. And I saw what she did with the cross, and I'm going, oh my God. Like by that time I was 15 or 16. Because I think I tripped on that movie when I was like 10 or 11. And I was just sitting there, I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even know and I'm like, I was disturbed on that. And then they added the walking spider scene to the DVD. So I had to rewatch that again. And that was just creepy as all get out. I was like, I briefly interacted with Linda Blair once back in 2010. It was a very goofy encounter. I'll just say that. I think, truthfully, her making that movie really messed her up for a very long time. I think the only movie I've likely seen more than Mad Men is Hard Day's Night. Got to be close to 30 times by now. 58 years. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to think. Hard Day's Night, I think I've only seen it twice. I picked it up. I think I showed this a few shows ago. I found the Criterion Collection edition. Got it for $1 at Goodwill. I hit the color, so I got it for $1. Couldn't believe that, and I have yet to watch it that way. I probably should. Unfortunately, I still like physical media devices, and I need to at least get myself a Blu-ray, a decent Blu-ray player. I have a handful of VHSs, and to tell you the truth, I need to. I've got some stuff with me on VHS that I'd like to upload and do all kinds of things. I saw in the theater, age 11 almost. He was throwing out Beatle wigs. Oh, dear Lord. Here, kids, have some Beatle wigs with real Beatles in them. Yeah. See, I'll tell you something. I would have loved to have been a kid in the 50s. Go to the theater for like the schlocky stuff, like the Tingler, all the Roger Corman stuff, where you pretty much you were the audience, but you were involved. I think that would have been cool. The only moment that I had, and I remember this like it was yesterday. So somebody tell me out there when the movie Earthquake came out. Does anybody know what year Earthquake came out? All right. Because I don't remember the movie that I was watching that day. I know I was there with my parents, but they had specific speakers and they put them in all 4 corners of the theater. And when that movie trailer started, oh my God, the theater shook. It was an old theater from the late teens, and this thing shook. I was like, wow. Sorry, I left, but my night is not complete without my Idaho and mashed potato cup in the evening. I love those things. Those things can be addictive. I remember Roller Coaster at the drive-in before Star Wars. Okay, thank you, Mike. Earthquake came out in 1974. So I was almost 7. And I can remember the rumbling. And you know what? Speaking in sense surround. See, that's probably why they put that special speakers for that thing. But you bring up the drive-in, JJ, and So this weekend coming up here down in Fayetteville, Arkansas, they've had a drive-in since 1980, this particular one, called the 112 because that's the highway it's on. It is shutting down after Saturday. It will be, they were there for 42 years. It is being sold off for some stupid development. But yeah, so another drive-in dying. The only ones now that are, there isn't any, to my knowledge, in the upper half of Arkansas. Okay. Carthage, Missouri has got a beautiful one, and Aurora, Missouri has got a nice one. Now, I am still kind of proud that, and maybe JJ's been to this one, I don't know, but the McHenry Drive-In in McHenry, Illinois, because that's where I went to high school, junior high and high school. And I remember going to that drive-in, still there, been there since the 40s. The Big Mouth. Okay. Yeah. Didn't have to worry about the drinking. My mom and dad did. My dad did that, but not in a drive-in. And I think I only remember him smoking at the drive-in when he was like dating my mom, because by the time they got married, I think he quit smoking. So none of that anymore. See, and that's nice. That is beautiful and wonderful, sir. In fact, I don't want to promise anything. I was going to do this last Sunday. Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay. I remember when they were doing the Jaws, but went during COVID, Paul, to McHenry, and they had Domino's pizza delivered right to your car. That's funny. But yeah, I remember when they had the Jaws. I didn't know about the Adam Sandler films. Trying to think. Oh man. When Flashback Horror Weekend, they did something at McHenry. I cannot remember if Bruce Campbell. No, couldn't have been Bruce Campbell. No, it was one of the Scream Queens from one of the Jason movies showed up to sign autographs and stuff. No, Mike, but that's funny because one of our play parks in McHenry is called Fort McHenry. But no, McHenry, Illinois. Really, well, it used to be a really nice town. I think, truthfully, it's gotten dirtier since the last time I was there. I grew up technically in Crystal Lake, Illinois in the 70s. That's where I grew up. I miss the 70s Crystal Lake. I'll tell you this. I think that, I think in heaven, you can go through a door and take very strange little vacations, and you can go back to the good stuff in your childhood. I know that makes me weird, right? But one of the good things would be to go back to 70s Crystal Lake, Illinois. I would love it. Yeah, no kidding, right? I'm not surprised about that either. Probably my friend Janet was there. One toke over the lip. Anyways. All right. You know what? I'm going to wrap this up, I think. But I really appreciate all you guys hanging around here for a while. I had about 13, 14 people here. That's nice for this time frame. Now, like I said, next episode that I do, I'm hoping to do it Monday. Okay. I'll show you what I think so far. has been the best vinyl find of the summer. I just need to clean them up a little bit. But I could not believe what I found in this stuff. I'll give you a hint. It's mostly late 60s to about early 80s. A little psych, a little prog, a little bit new wave, a little electronica. Yeah, I know I don't need to clean the vinyl to show the jacket, Paulie, but the fact is that I like to make them look presentable. I've got labels and stickers and crap. I really don't like them on there because that reveals some of the places I've been at, and I like to keep this stuff to myself pretty much. I would not buy a Blu-ray player until Jaws was released. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. But yeah, so I'm glad that I got to show all this stuff to you. And like I said, if you caught this late, yeah, I'm glad I got this. Now I'm gonna listen to this tomorrow after my knee thing. Have a cup of coffee and listen to Ian Matthews at Valley High from 1973. Produced by Michael Nesmith, and Michael Nesmith on guitar and Red Rhodes on pedal steel. Go listen to this on YouTube. Beans would have loved it that way, right? Right. All right, guys. Take care. God bless. Rock on. Double Spock to you guys. And I'll see you next time. You take care of yourselves, all right? Please take care of yourselves. And once again, prayers to Shannon, Doug Fields, and other people too. That's right, Mike. Different one though. Thanks, Walrus. I always love all the kind comments. Take care, guys.